Hello. Okay, we're in a bit of a different setup. Please ignore my chipped ass nails. Um, so we're at my vanity, my lovely vanity that my partner built for me. Thank you, honey. But funny story, he built it for me, and then apart from like doing makeup for my wedding, I like didn't touch makeup for a year. And then like a month ago, the desire to smush my fingers in shiny shit came back with a literal vengeance. So part of that was sitting down to do a declutter and reorganize of stuff, and I'm gonna go through some decluttering stuff, including decluttering some like depotted eyeshadows to make room in my magnetic palettes. What else do I want to say? The lighting situation is not great. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So I've got this pile of stuff here, and let's get started. So first off, I've got this super expired white LA Girl Pro Coverage foundation. I used this as a mixing foundation when I was having trouble finding things light enough for me as a foundation. But yeah, it's super expired. That can go. Along with that, this is also super old and too dark for me. The CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir shade 705. I don't know if they make this anymore. But let's see. I think the issue with this was it oxidized. And for reference, like the underside of my arm is a pretty good reference for what's a good face shade. My skin tone is a neutral leaning yellow, so things are usually too pink for me. We'll give it a minute. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera. Also, yeah, smells stronger than it used to. We'll give it a minute to dry, but maybe you'll be able to see how it oxidizes. Another foundation, kind of a bummer this one didn't work out. This is the Uoma Say What Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. White Pearl T1W. I think that means warm. This was actually too light for me. Oh yeah. I mean, it's more, you can see how much, oh yeah, in contrast, you can see how much more, like, yellow the Uoma foundation is. But yeah, it was too light for me, and I think it was, like, too full coverage. What was it says soft matte, and I think it was just too matte for my preferences. But okay, apart from like the staining around the top, it's almost full. It's not that old. It's kind of an expensive foundation. I mean, compared to like a drugstore thing. So I might try and clean it up and then see if someone on my Buy Nothing group is interested in taking it, especially because it's a pump. So that helps keep it comparatively sanitary. Is there anything else I'm actually going to swatch? Maybe just this. This is a super old Ulta Velvet Blush. Like when I first started getting into makeup, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. Maybe longer than that. I don't know, pandemic time has really screwed up my sense of time scale. When I was first getting back into makeup and realizing that like everything I owned was makeup I had been using since college, and that was gross, and makeup had come a long way since then, and I was interested in exploring it as a creative art form, I went out and bought just like some cheap stuff so I could play around with it, and one of them was this blush. And this is, I've never reached for this. Like, it's scraped out because I used it to like make something, but it's super glittery. Like, the formula is not too bad, but it's so glittery. I think the variety of glowy blush formulas have come a long way since I bought this. And it's like too pinky pink, too cool tone pink. It's just not a blush shade that I reach for. So I will declutter this and possibly like keep the compact if I want to like make a Franken-blush or something. Unfortunately, the pan is not magnetic, so it's not useful in that sense. But yeah, that can go. But speaking of containers, this is not a Stila smudge pot. This is like a Franken eyeshadow I made using, I think, this blush and some other things. And now this is like a shade. Was this a shadow or was this like a brownie blush? Which now I have brown mauve blushes coming out my ears that I love. I no longer have need of it, but it was a good experiment to teach me that this was towards the type of shade that I actually wanted, so I can clean out this little jar and use it for something else. This is what is this? What brand is this? L'Oreal Blackest Black Lacquer Liner, a pot eyeliner that I feel like dried out too soon before I could really make use of it. I've discovered I'm much more of like a pen liquid liner person, so I can clean that out. This is probably leftover from college. This little eyeshadow, actually, this is probably half of what went into here. Yeah, I'm not going to use it. I have other shades that if I ever wanted this like pinky taupe shade, and this pan is magnetic, so I'm going to figure out how to get this thing out of this little compact in case I ever want to make a Franken shadow or repan something as a pan single. This is basically petroleum jelly plus, I don't know, I think like blue eyeshadow that I used to make like a blue lipstick for a Halloween costume. Not this past Halloween, but the year before. So that can get cleaned the fuck out. But for, you know, making a costume out of things I had, not buying anything new, mostly because I decided I wanted this costume 2 days before Halloween, I think I did pretty good. I was, I forget the actual character's name, but the girl character from one of the kids, the trickster kids from Nightmare Before Christmas. Next, we've got just things that are expired. Erin's Faces Matcha Mascara. This is my second tube of it. I'm kind of bummed because I bought this like in March. And then that was like when I kind of stopped wearing makeup. So it's kind of an expensive mascara and I barely used it before. And then it's like, okay, maybe I can stretch it to like 4.5 months because I've barely opened it. But, you know, 6 months later, 8 months later, absolutely not. I should not still be using it. So that's a bummer. I really loved this mascara the first time I used it. This is my second tube. The second time it felt more dry and clumpy than I remembered. I don't know, maybe it just wasn't as fresh of a batch or something. Anyway, it's still a nice mascara. It's a nice glass tube. I like this brand. I haven't tried too many things of theirs, but oh my god, they make a pumpkin enzyme face mask that is the only face mask I have ever used that actually makes my skin look nicer after one use immediately. I rinse it off. It feels like you're putting baby food on your face. And I rinse it off and my skin is plump and soft and happy. It's amazing. Anyway, decluttering the mascara. With that, also, what is this? Maybelline Lash Stiletto Waterproof Mascara. Oh my god, this was so fucking hard to remove. I know waterproof mascara is a bitch to remove, but holy shit. I hated it. Yeah. And it smudged under my eyes, and it flaked and got in my eyes. And this, I think, was the nail in the coffin that made me decide to not wear waterproof mascara for my wedding and instead just wear a cheap-ass pair of lashes instead of wearing mascara. And it was a great idea. Another mascara I'm getting rid of. This one was okay. This is the Maybelline Lash Discovery Mini Brush Waterproof. This one, really, really tiny brush. This was good for lower lash line. I didn't really like the formula for my lashes. But I liked it fine for putting some mascara on my lower lashes without making them look too spidery and too much. So again, it's a waterproof one, so I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but if you were in the market for something like this, I don't not recommend it. Okay, some eyeliners to get rid of. Let's see. Milani, the Tank eyeliner. I think this one was just okay. Did this one bleed on me? I have this problem where a lot of these eyeliners, you know, everyone really likes like the NYX pen eyeliner. That one bleeds like crazy on my eyes. It's like my skin is watercolor paper. It's so weird. Yeah, I can't remember exactly how I liked this one. Maybe it just kind of started getting empty and it just was too hard to keep using. Stila All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This is very good. The first one of these I had, it lasted over a year. Wait, is this? No, this is not the same tube. I had to think about it. But there's something about this tube that I think... This was like a fairly new one, but I don't know, it seems to be working fine. But on my eyes, it's like, it was a little bit too translucent or something. I mean, this one is still good for not smudging, but not being impossible to remove with makeup remover. What else did I want to say? Gliding on easy. It's just kind of expensive. I feel like this is something that often goes on sale during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So if you wanted to try it, keep an eye out for that. But there was just something about this tube in particular that was like, I'm tired of fighting with it. I'm going to try something else. I think what I tried next was this, the Ofra Liquid Liner Verify, which the formula itself was fine, but as you can see, it leaks. This particular pen leaked like crazy. It actually leaked in the bag while I was traveling and made a big old stain on it. Whoa. And then it just came apart when I tried to open it. I will demonstrate on another pen. So on the Ofra one, it would start to bubble and gather a lot of product around the tip, and it would like stain my hands while I was using it, and I would then like touch something and I would just be like, what the fuck is going on? So the formula was fine. I had problems with the packaging, which is why I got rid of it. If you're curious what I'm using now, sorry for like weird random clacking sounds, but I'm Moderately Organized Chaos. Emphasis on chaos. Welcome. I should take this moment to say, speaking of Moderately Organized Chaos, hi, you can call me Lolly. Most of my content is book related, like book reviews and book hauls and stuff like that. So if that interests you, please check out some of my other videos. But like I said, my interest in makeup has come back with a vengeance. So maybe there will be more makeup-ish related content in the future. We'll see. I'm making no promises, but we're just here to have a good time. To finish the point I started, what I'm using right now is the Maybelline Hyper Easy Brush Chip Liner. And yeah, I like it. I like it. I kind of wish the brush was like a little thicker, because I do feel like if you want like a super fine, precise line, you can get that, but I'm like, okay, I need to like build my wing. So it's almost like more precision than I need, but formula wise, I like it. Again, Maybelline, not too expensive. You can use at Ulta, you can often use coupons on it. So just, if you are in the same camp as me of struggling to find an eyeliner that you like, that's not too expensive and reliable, this one is promising. Let's see. All right, what else am I getting rid of? This e.l.f. Plumping Lip Gloss. Again, this is pretty old. It's probably one of the first makeup things I was buying when I was being like, I should own makeup. What do people own? Lip gloss. That's a thing. I never wear it. I don't like gloss. It's a texture thing. Anything more goopy and sticky and transferable than like a bullet lipstick, I'm not interested in. So yeah, it's old. I never use it. I don't need to keep it. Other lip things. Y'all might recognize how old this is. This is the Bite Beauty lipstick sample in Chai. This was from the birthday gift, the year that they had this and a mini lip pencil. Yeah, I put a fucking dent in this. I know it's only a mini, but for someone who doesn't wear makeup every day, even when I am wearing it a lot, I finished the pencil. That's an achievement. It's probably like one of the only lip products I've actually finished. And then I was making good progress on this. It's starting to smell weird. I know it's old. The packaging is all sticky and gross now. We can let it go. Another thing that's fairly old, Neutrogena Revitalizing Lip Sunscreen SPF 20. I guess I'll swatch this. This is a little tinted lip balm. This was okay. I bought it because I didn't have any kind of lip product with sunscreen in it. Barely used it. It's fine. Probably won't repurchase just because, like, I never reached for it. I don't have, like, a problem with my lips getting sunburned. I might be pale, but I'm also Mexican-American, so I don't burn easy. I don't tan easy, and I don't burn easy. So, there's that. Okay. Next, e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I made a pretty good dent in it. I liked it fine. No complaints. But yeah, it's, like, old enough, and then, like, I let it... Actually, maybe you can see... Actually, let me shift to make sure. Have I been, like, not really in frame the whole time? I hope so. I hope you can see how much it's, like, pulled away from the edge there. Because, yeah, I haven't really touched this since January. It's now November. Yeah. I'm kind of in the mood to play with, like, other, just primers. Maybe decide, do I even fucking care about primers? Do I really need one? I don't know. But, if you've never tried it, and you're curious, yeah, it's worth trying. It's worth trying. Oops. Last thing, another thing, that I've gotten pretty good use out of, Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. A lot of people like this. The packaging is crap. It's really common for the lids to fall and crack and break. This is pretty old. I mean, it was still performing fine, but the thing is, like, at the same time I bought this, I also bought the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. And because I was focusing on using this one, and I don't use a lot of powder, I never really use this one, and they're both pretty old. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll get rid of this one. I'll use the Maybelline Fit Me for a little while, see how I like it. I feel like because I don't use a lot of powder, a loose powder just doesn't suit me because it's really, really easy to put too much on the brush. But I wanted to at least play with it a little bit before deciding to get rid of it. Yeah. What else? What else? You know, I probably should get rid of my NYX HD eyeshadow base, but they don't sell this at Ulta anymore. And I don't want to, like, place a special order just for this from the e.l.f. website, or the NYX website. Maybe I can find it in a drugstore. I'm not having problems with it. I'm pretty sure it's actually, like, almost empty, which is impressive for me. Or maybe I'll try out, like, a different base brand, but this one's, like, on the chopping block. Oh! Eyeshadow. Oh, are you not recording? Oh, no. You are. We're good. We're good. Chaotic goblin energy intact. Okay, where was I? Fuck. Outro for part 1. I've decided that decluttering, like, swatching and decluttering the eyeshadows, there's going to be enough content there for that to be a second video. I will not subject you to an hour and a half long declutter with my non-aesthetic, chaotic ass. So, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far. Keep an eye out for part 2. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I encourage you to go out into the world and be curious. I will have my social media and other places where you can find me in the description box below. On the screen now are 2 other videos that are examples of the kind of content you can find on my channel. It's mostly books, occasionally other things, such as impromptu thrifted Halloween costume as a goth hobbit. That one was a lot of fun. Equally as chaotic as this vanity video. All right. And I will catch you folks in my next video. Bye!